stampede claimed 11 innocent lives right outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium, and the city still reels in shock. Families continue to grieve in silence, and politicians, meanwhile, are busy playing the blame game. But the question is, where's the accountability? The Karnataka government has now pointed fingers at RCB and BCCI, blaming that the parties of an agreement should be held responsible. And while the opposition demands resignation, the RCB official, who has now filed a plea seeking interim relief, his order will also be dictated by the Karnataka High Court. Today, take a look.
It's been 7 days since the deadly Bengaluru stampede. Seven days since 11 unsuspecting jubilant fans were let down fatally. The wounds are still fresh, like they were yesterday.
ಹೋಗ್ಬತ್ತೀನಿ ಇಂಥವ್ರ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋದ, ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಣ್ಣ, ಮನೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಂದ ಬರಲೇ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲಣ್ಣ, ಯಾರಣ್ಣ ನಮಗೆ ದಿಕ್ಕು, ಇರೋನ ಮಗ, ಯಾರನ್ನ ಮಗ ಅಂತ ಕರೀಲಿ ನಾವು, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಮಾಡೋಣ ನಾವು, ಮನಜ ಹಾರಪ್ಪ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ತಿದ್ದಣ್ಣ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಹುಡುಗರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ತಿರ್ಗ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಣ್ಣ, ಏನಣ್ಣ ಹಿಂಗಾಯ್ತು.
Even as the city grapples and struggles to come to terms with what went down on the 4th, the victims' families continue to grieve in silence. But amid the heartbreak, one thing is clear: the search for accountability is far from over. While citizens cry for justice, politicians comfortably esconded at the top seem to be passing the buck. BJP's calls demanding accountability are only growing louder.
इसके पहले भी जब मतलब उत्तर प्रदेश में महाकुंभ में भी जब हुआ था, तब भी वहां के मुख्यमंत्री के इस्तीफा मांगने का काम कांग्रेस और अपोजिशन ने किया था. तो हर बार मतलब अपोजिशन मांग करता ही है, इसीलिए मतलब उन्होंने मांग किया था और हम भी लोग मांग कर रहे हैं कि भाई वहां मुख्यमंत्री ने, वहां होम मिनिस्ट्री ने पूरी इतनी भीड़ थी तो वहां ठीक उसका मतलब बंदोबस्त रखने की आवश्यकता थी, लेकिन उसमें उनको सफलता मिली नहीं और उसमें कई लोगों की जान चली गई है. इसीलिए मुख्यमंत्री ने इस्तीफा देना चाहिए.
The state's Child Rights Commission has also stepped in, raising alarm over reports that children were amongst those affected by the stampede. With the distress of families still unfolding, the need for transparency and accountability is of paramount importance. In a response to the growing calls for action, AICC President Mallikarjun Kharge has resorted the incident to petty comparisons.
ಕುಂಭಮೇಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು, ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಲು ಹಾಕಿ ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡೋದು. ಅಲ್ಲಂತೂ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಜನ ಹೋದ್ರು, ಲೆಕ್ಕನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಬೈದ್ರು ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಹಣಗಳು ಗೆಲ್ಲುವಾಗ ಈಗಲ್ಲ, ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಈಗ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ರ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಯೋಗಿ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲಿ ನೀವಿದೆ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಕಸ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಿ ಈ ಘಟನೆ ನಡೆದಿದೆ, ಇದು ತಪ್ಪು. ನಮ್ಮವರು ಕ್ಷಮೆನೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಯಾರು.
Meanwhile, in Karnataka's High Court, RCB marketing head Nikhil Sosale has filed for interim relief after his arrest in connection to the stampede. The court has reserved its judgment on Sosale's plea, with the next hearing set for today at 2:30 p.m. As the legal proceedings unfold, the families of the victims continue to hold on to one hope: that those responsible will be held accountable. For now, the city waits for justice, for closure, and for the truth.
Viewers, it's time for us to get you up to speed with the other top stories from across the nation. Lok Sabha leader of opposition and Congress MP Rahul Gandhi has accused the Uttar Pradesh government of suppressing the death toll of the Mahakumbh stampede that claimed 30 lives. Citing a Western media report, Rahul Gandhi said the deaths in the Mahakumbh Mela stampede were hidden. In a post on social media platform X, Rahul Gandhi said that the report reveals that the figures of the deaths in the Kumbh Mela stampede were hidden. Like in COVID, the bodies of the poor were erased from the statistics, and like after every major railway accident, the truth is suppressed. The report claims that 82 people died in the stampede. Odisha Chief Minister Mohan Charan Maji inaugurated a state-level fair in Bhubaneswar to mark the first anniversary of the BJP government in the state. The Vikas Mela 2025, organized at the IDCO exhibition ground in the city, is slated to continue till June 18th. And the Vikas Mela features over 175 stalls, with 75 highlighting welfare schemes and over 40 managed by Subhadra Shakti women groups presenting traditional Odia cuisine.
एक गुड गवर्नेंस के नाते लाने के लिए और विकास करने के लिए इसी आधार पर एक साल पूरा होने जा रहा है। इसी आधार पर हमारा जो विकास मेला नाम पर एक मेला हमने आज शुरू की है, वो 20 तारीख तक चलेगा। राज्य स्तर पर बाद में वो हर जिले में भी होगा। और एक साल का हमने जो हमारा घोषणा पत्र में और मैनिफेस्टो में जो रखे थे, लोगों का जो आशा आकांक्षा था, जो प्रतिश्रुति हमने दिए थे, उसको पूरा करने के लिए हमने जो हमारा 21 बड़ा कार्यक्रम था, उसमें से आधा से ज़्यादा कार्यक्रम को हमने इम्प्लीमेंटेशन किया है।
Jansuraj Chief Prashant Kishore has hit out at Union Minister and LJP Ramvilas Chief Chirag Paswan over his announcement of contesting the upcoming Bihar Assembly elections. Kishore said if Chirag wants to play a massive role in Bihar polls, he must leave Delhi and live in Bihar.
तो भाई पिछली बार चिराग पासवान कहाँ से चुनाव लड़े थे? उत्तर प्रदेश से लड़े थे। वो तो बिहार ही से न सांसद हैं। अगर आपका आशय ये है कि वो विधानसभा का चुनाव लड़ने वाले हैं, तो उसके लिए तो भैया जिस दिन वो केंद्रीय मंत्री से पद से इस्तीफा दे देंगे, कह देंगे कि भैया हमको सांसद नहीं रहना है, अब हमको बिहार के लिए काम करना है, तब जनता उनको सीरियसली लेंगे। तो चिराग जी को अगर बिहार की राजनीति में बड़ी भूमिका अदा करनी है, तो दिल्ली का मोह छोड़ना पड़ेगा और बिहार में आके रह कर राजनीति करनी पड़ेगी। अगर वो नहीं करते हैं तब तो बाकी तो बिहार से है ही वो सांसद।
It's time for a quick break, viewers. On the other side, we'll get you all the details on the firefighting operations that continue on the burning ship bearing Singapore flag. Along with that, we'll also get you more details on the rescue operations. Stay tuned.
मेरी नई हुंडई एक्स्टर। अरे तुमने भी तो कल नई कार ली है ना? उसमें भी तो होगा ना ये वॉइस इनेबल सनरूफ।
है ना अंकल? सिंगर इनेबल सन।
पैडल शिफ्टर्स वो तो होंगे ही।
जस्ट पेडल्स।
डील्स और बेनिफिट्स ये तो मिले होंगे ना?
ये मिला।
हाँ? इन्होंने तो लॉलीपॉप ले लिया। क्या आप भी लेना चाहोगे? बिल्कुल नहीं। तो जल्दी चले आओ हुंडई शोरूम। आपकी फेवरेट हुंडई कार्स पर मिल रही है अमेजिंग डील्स। वैसे लोगे तो आप हुंडई ही, चाहे दिल की सुनो या डील्स की।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
विमल में गुलिस्तां की ये कुछ लजीज फरिश्ते, जब साथ घुले तो जी ललचाए और दिल कहे कि स्वाद की इस जुबान में खुद को ऐसा डुबाऊं कि निकल ना पाऊं। विमल की जुबान कुछ है ही ऐसी, मानते हैं ना? विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin with a comment on the murder of Raja Raghuvanshi, who was killed by his wife, Sonam Raghuvanshi, just 11 days after their wedding. And the first comment I wish to make in this matter is that people should stop referring to it as the Meghalaya murder mystery. That is so wrong. Meghalaya, a beautiful state, a wonderful state with peaceful and kind and generous people. Meghalaya has nothing to do with the quote-unquote murder mystery. This is a murder which could have happened anywhere in Uttar Pradesh or in Delhi. Meghalaya has nothing to do with it. And I want to begin by saying this, and as someone who has spent a lot of time in Meghalaya and has been a student of St. Edmunds, Shillong, I feel so terrible, and as someone from the Northeast myself, at the stereotyping that's been going on over the last few days, linking Meghalaya to the murder mystery. It's so wrong, ladies and gentlemen. We owe an apology to the people of Meghalaya. The fact of the matter is, if there is any one question which emerges as a result of the most tragic and brutal killing of Raja Raghuvanshi by his wife, then we need to be clear about what that question is. That question is about brutalities against men. What is never spoken about, where men are seen to be only the perpetrators of violence.
Welcome back, viewers. As we come to the end of this bulletin, we leave you with these stunning visuals in the run-up to the 8th edition of Shakti, which is the war drill between India and France. Take a look.
Mahi sir, how much do you love your fans?
Honestly, I love my new fans. पुराने वाले बेकार में शोर करते
Sir, fans है शोर तो करेंगे ही ना?
नए वाले नहीं करते. And they listen to what I say.
The new generation Orient BLDC fans. Super silent performance with voice control.
Silly me I thought.
Cricket fans.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
विमल में गुलिस्तां के ये कुछ लजीज फरिश्ते जब साथ घुले तो जी ललचाए और दिल कहे कि स्वाद की जुबान में खुद को ऐसे डुबाऊं कि निकल ना पाऊं। विमल की जुबान कुछ है ही ऐसी, मानते हैं? विमल, बोलो जुबान कैसी?
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin with a comment on the murder of Raja Raghuvanshi, who was killed by his wife, Sonam Raghuvanshi, just 11 days after their wedding. And the first comment I wish to make in this matter is that people should stop referring to it as the Meghalaya murder mystery. That is so wrong. Meghalaya, a beautiful state, a wonderful state with peaceful and kind and generous people. Meghalaya has nothing to do with the quote-unquote murder mystery. This is a murder which could have happened anywhere in Uttar Pradesh or in Delhi. Meghalaya has nothing to do with it. And I want to begin by saying this, and as someone who has spent a lot of time in Meghalaya and has been a student of St. Edmunds, Shillong, I feel so terrible, and as someone from the Northeast myself, at the stereotyping that's been going on over the last few days, linking Meghalaya to the murder mystery. It's so wrong, ladies and gentlemen. We owe an apology to the people of Meghalaya. The fact of the matter is, if there is any one question which emerges as a result of the most tragic and brutal killing of Raja Raghuvanshi by his wife, then we need to be clear about what that question is. That question is about brutalities against men, what is never spoken about, where men are seen to be only the perpetrators of violence in a relationship or in marriage, but can never be seen to be the victims. And if there is anything we need to consider here, it is the fact that this is an arranged marriage, which means that Sonam Raghuvanshi agreed to marry Raja Raghuvanshi. Nobody forced her into it. She was absolutely pretending to be happy on the day of the wedding. She chose to go into an arranged marriage with the intention of killing this man, of killing her husband, which just shows how cold-blooded her thinking has been. She made him wear jewelry, diamonds and gold worth over 10 lakh rupees when they left for their honeymoon. Now, who does that? Which means she
Hello viewers, Bharat 2050 is back, bigger, bolder and more visionary than ever. In its second edition, Mega Structures, Republic takes you to the very heart of India's infrastructure revolution. From seaports to skyways, energy corridors to digital highways. We decode the monumental builds transforming New India. This is not just development, it's a national awakening in steel, concrete and unshakable ambition. Firefighting operations continue on the burning ship. Dry chemical powder airdropped to control the fire. Meghalaya police raids lodged in Guwahati where 3 alleged contract killers had stayed. Hours after performing his duty for Snanana Yatra, senior servitor murdered in Puri. BJP to move Kalkara High Court over violence in South 24 Pargana. Subindu Adhikari to raise issue in Bengal Assembly. Protests continue to intensify in Los Angeles with demonstrators taking to the streets in growing numbers amid the escalating tensions. Trump official says not scared to go further. All right, getting you some back-to-back updates coming in right now on Republic TV, and this is the latest update on the burning ship. The onboard fire has been partially stabilized with approximately 40%, I repeat, 40% of the fire brought under control. And at the same time, firefighting efforts are underway. Now, you can see it's happening right now. These are firefighting efforts underway in the forward cargo holds with boundary cooling and foam-based suppression being carried out with the ICG vessels Samudra Prahari and Samarth, while Rajdoot, Abhinav and ICGS 513 are engaged in search and rescue operations. And we have those pictures coming in for you, where you see Coast Guard battling the blaze on the cargo ship off the Kerala coast. That is right. Of course, we see this is a huge effort by the Coast Guard and the Indian Navy, an effort which is being recognized all over the world. The coastal police have also issued fresh summons, fresh instructions as well to Coastal Vigilance Committee and local fishermen families to be alert against the hazardous containers which fell into the sea from Van Hai. This is Van Hai 403, the Singapore flag cargo vessel that caught fire nearly 88 nautical miles off the Kerala's coast on June 9. And we have with us Ashwin. Ashwin, you know, the story is moving on multiple levels and angles, but I just want our viewers to understand the kind of effort which is happening as we speak by the Indian Coast Guard and the Indian Navy, where they have managed to control 40% of the fires, explosions that we saw. Yes, Ashwin.
Well, Shivangi, a very Herculean task was in the hands of the Indian Navy and the Indian Coast Guard. on June 9th, when this fire incident took place 90 kilometers away from the coast. What was essentially in this 1,080 plus containers, of that 157 containers have hazardous, combustible and flammable substances. The source of this fire has come from one of these containers is what's the biggest challenge. And when the Coast Guard had reached over there, the biggest challenge was the ship was completely burning. And middle of the sea, this daunting task of bringing down the fire was a Herculean task in itself. In fact, multiple assets of the Indian Coast Guard were deployed, including the PCV class Samudra Prahari, as well as other assets of the Indian Coast Guard, which was into checking the environmental damage it is causing and controlling it. Now, successfully, what they've been able to do, one of the biggest breakthrough came when the team was able to tug the entire, the front part of the ship. They were able to extinguish the fire in the front part of the ship, because of which they were able to get on board and tug the ship using special facilities, and then take the ship deeper into the water. Imagine a scenario where a burning ship is being tugged away using the Indian Coast Guard and Indian Navy assets deeper into sea, so as to protect the people who are living in the coastal areas. So certainly this was one of the biggest tasks that was accomplished, after which they were able to, by today they were able to extinguish the fire by almost 40%. And that is when the Coast Guard and the Indian Navy, they have deployed multiple assets, at least 5 different assets of the Indian Coast Guard is there, working tirelessly to ensure that this fire is completely extinguished. In fact, yesterday we were not able to get some of these daring footages that was done, only because of the inclement weather condition, and because of which the Dornier helicopter was not even able to go there and capture these heroic act of firefighting that was done by the best men we can find from India. And what is also important is that the 40% has been extinguished, and now the major task that has been come through is the salvaging operation. In fact, 2 important companies, which includes the Vishwakarma, the company based in Gujarat, the subsidiary of it is called as Merck. The Merck salvages is already there. They are going to identify what kind of containers are there and what kind of materials are there, based on which the salvage operations will be done. In fact, the Dutch-based company, Smith Salvage is also there, and they are also working to ensure that this is contained. Certainly a big operation is in process, and most of it has been successful, and the ability of this Indian Coast Guard has been put to display, Shivangi, and that is where these brave men has toiled day and night, fighting the inclement weather condition. The southwest monsoon is still there, very strong gust of wind is there in the deep sea, and yet these men were able to pull it off in a most professional way possible. And that is where it has garnered international attention. Shivangi.
That is right, Ashwin. Thank you for getting those details for us. We see that the efforts are ongoing. 40% of the ship has already, the fires have been controlled. But viewers, now let's tell you exactly what you saw. This is a potentially catastrophic maritime disaster which is unfolding off the Kerala coast, where a Singaporean container vessel, MV Van High 503, has been battling a raging fire since June 9, 2025. Situation is dire, with the Indian Coast Guard and the salvage teams racing against time to salvage the stricken ship and prevent an ecological disaster. But that's not all. Investigation has uncovered a shocking discrepancy in the ship's container. That is right, in the container manifest area, raising more questions than answers. Here's an update, viewers.
A potentially catastrophic maritime disaster is unfolding off the Kerala coast, where a Singaporean container vessel, MV Van High 503, has been battling a raging fire since June 9, 2025. The Indian Coast Guard has launched a massive rescue and firefighting operation to salvage the stricken ship and prevent an ecological disaster. The Indian Coast Guard has successfully winched 5 salvage team members and an aircrew diver onto the burning vessel to facilitate towing operations. 5 ICG ships, 2 Dornier aircrafts and a helicopter are engaged in the ongoing mission, supported by 2 vessels from the Directorate General of Shipping.
They were admitted 2 days back after the ship injury. 2 are in ICU. Mr. Luyan Lee is a Chinese national, 40% burns. Although stable, we are intensely monitoring. Mr. Sonitor is Indonesian national. He is also in the ICU, being monitored, but they are hemodynamically stable. Their vitals are normal. But anyway, they require some more time in the ICU because of the wounds and other things. Out of other four, all other four are stable, and one is getting discharged from the China. Is Mr. Liping, and other three will be staying in the hospital for some more time because they have some impact injury on the ear and facial burns and other things.
Meanwhile, an investigation by Republic has uncovered a startling discrepancy in the ship's container manifest. While the ship declared 157 containers, 14 containers are now missing with no explanation or documentation. As the fire rages on, the Indian Coast Guard and salvage teams work tirelessly to establish a tow line and pull the vessel away from the coast, preventing a potential ecological disaster. The situation remains critical, and the investigation into the missing containers and the cause of the fire continues.
All right, getting some more updates coming in right now in the Raghuvanshi murder case. We're getting some updates, and remember, the investigation continues. Sources are revealing some more information. I repeat, sources reveal that Sonam, who allegedly plotted the killing, had grown very close to Raj over the past year. Raj, her lover, that is right, Raj, her lover, allegedly her lover over the past year after he introduced her to the Hawala business and helped her earn lakhs of rupees. So this is a huge update coming in because we're trying to get you all the updates as investigations are continuing in the honeymoon murder case involving Sonam Raghuvanshi and her alleged lover Raj Kushwaha. They're suspecting many more details in terms of Sonam's role. What was Sonam's role? And I just want to go across to my colleague who's joining us right now. Yes, let's go across to Sumit, who's in Guwahati. Sumit, it looks like that more information is coming about Sonam, her relationship with her alleged lover, Raj Kushwaha, making it very clear, Raj Kushwaha, not Raja Raghuvanshi, who is her husband. Yes, go ahead. What are we learning about the relationship between Sonam Raghuvanshi and her alleged lover, Raj Kushwaha?
देखिए, बिल्कुल पूरी कहानी अब पिक्चर जो है पूरी साफ होती जा रही है। अब तक जो भी इस पिक्चर पर धुंधली सी आप परत देख रहे थे वो धीरे धीरे साफ होती जा रही है, क्योंकि सोनम और उसके साथ 4 आरोपी पुलिस रिमांड पर है और मेघालय पुलिस पूछताछ कर रही है। वो लोकेशन, वो कड़ियां सारी जुड़ती जा रही हैं। आनंदा लॉज आप देख रहे हैं, जो कि हम रिपोर्ट में लगातार दिखा भी रहे हैं। आनंदा लॉज में 3 आरोपी आते हैं, आकाश, आनंद और विशाल, और राज कुशवाहा और सोनम जो कि मास्टरमाइंड है। राज कुशवाहा नहीं आता है, राज कुशवाहा इंदौर में बैठकर संपर्क में रहता है। सोनम और राजा रघुवंशी को लेकर सोनम जहां जाती है उसके पीछे पीछे तीनों आरोपी यहीं से आते जाते हैं, क्योंकि 19 मई की रात यहां पर रुकते हैं, 8:30 बजे आते हैं, सुबह 5:30 बजे यहां से निकल जाते हैं 20 मई को। और कामाख्या मंदिर जब सोनम और राजा रघुवंशी जाते हैं दर्शन करने के लिए तो सोनम लोकेशन देती है और पीछे पीछे वो आते हैं। फिर यहां से शिलोंग जाते हैं, यहीं से दाव हथियार, जो दाव एक खतरनाक चाकू होता है, उसे खरीदते हैं और वहीं से शिलोंग ले जाया जाता है। शिलोंग में उस खतरनाक पहाड़ी की तरफ ले जाया जाता है, खाई की तरफ ले जाया जाता है, जहां सोनम कहती है कि मुझे थकान हो रही है, तुम आगे चलो राजा को। और उसके बाद पीछे पीछे सोनम और उसके पीछे पीछे बाकी तीनों आरोपी। और उसके बाद इसी दाव से, जो दाव हथियार यहां पर से खरीदा गया था, गर्दन पर वार किया जाता है। विशाल वार करता है, आनंद वार करता है, आकाश वार करता है, और उसके बाद वो अधमरी हालत में ही उसे नीचे फेंक दिया जाता है। इस पूरी हत्या की प्लानिंग बहुत पहले, शादी के पहले ही हो गई थी, और सोनम ने कहा था कि मैं विधवा बन जाऊंगी और फिर तुमसे शादी करूंगी, क्योंकि मेरे पिता मान नहीं रहे हैं। तो आप समझिए कि पूरी प्लानिंग सोनम और राज कुशवाहा की। वो राज कुशवाहा जो कि हमने सुना कि राज कुशवाहा को सोनम राखी बांधती थी, भाई भाई कहती थी, लेकिन वो दुनिया की नज़र में झूठ बताने के लिए, दुनिया को बेवकूफ़ बनाने के लिए दोनों के बीच बहुत गहरे संबंध थे और दोनों के बीच ये मेल मुलाकात का दौर जारी था। सोनम और राज कुशवाहा के बीच, प्रेम प्रसंग के बीच, राजा और राजा के साथ जब ये शादी होती है या फिर उससे पहले सगाई जब होती है, उसी दौरान से ही सोनम और राज बेचैन हो जाते हैं कि कैसे हम राजा रघुवंशी को हटाएं और परिवार वाले भी मान जाएं। तो इसका एक प्लान सोनम तैयार करती है कि हम बाकी कुछ और आरोपियों को पैसे देंगे, पैसे बाकायदा दिए भी जाते हैं एडवांस में। फिर ये जो 3 आरोपी जिस आनंदा लॉज में ठहरे थे, शिलोंग जाकर वो मना करते हैं कुछ समय के लिए कि अब मैं नहीं मारूंगा, लेकिन वहीं पर 20 लाख रुपए का लालच सोनम कहती है कि मार दो इसे, 20 लाख रुपए मैं दूंगी। तो आप समझिए कि ये पैसे 20 लाख रुपए देने के लिए क्या उसके पास थे, और उस जगह की रेकी और ये आनंदा लॉज या गुवाहाटी में जो दाव चाकू मिलता है, क्या इस तरह की सारी जानकारी पहले जुटाई गई थी? शिलोंग में उस खाई के बारे में क्या पहले से ही सोनम को, राज कुशवाहा को पता था? पूरी रेकी की गई थी इस पूरी जगह की, गुवाहाटी में कहाँ कहाँ उतरना है, कहाँ कहाँ जाना है और फिर वहाँ से वापसी। तो पूरी कहानी को समझने के लिए 17 दिनों तक कैसे थी, कहाँ थी सोनम, ये बताया जा रहा है कि इसी फिर वापस शिलोंग में जब राजा रघुवंशी की हत्या होती है, उसके बाद फिर वो आती है गुवाहाटी, और गुवाहाटी से फिर वाराणसी ट्रेन पकड़ती है, वाराणसी से गाजीपुर, और इसी गुवाहाटी में शिलोंग में हत्या करने के बाद, राजा रघुवंशी की हत्या करने के बाद इसी गुवाहाटी में फिर उन 3 आरोपियों से मुलाकात भी होती है, राज कुशवाहा से भी मुलाकात होती है, और फिर वाराणसी और गाजीपुर। लेकिन इसी बीच गलती हो जाती है, राज कुशवाहा और सोनम के बीच जो कॉल डिटेल सामने आता है, बहुत लंबी बातचीत होती है, उसमें तमाम मैसेजेज हैं, वो लंबी बातचीत पर मेघालय पुलिस की नज़र पड़ जाती है और यहीं से शक गहरा हो जाता है, जिसके बाद राज कुशवाहा को ट्रेस करती है और पुलिस गिरफ्तार करती है। तो पूरी कहानी अब धीरे धीरे साफ होती जा रही है और उसी लोकेशन पर रिपब्लिक भारत की टीम पहुंच रही है। जी,
Sumit, thank you for getting those details for us. Keep reporting live for us in Guwahati, and because I will be moving ahead right now because we're getting some big updates coming in. This is the global update, by the way. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer has turned down a request to meet Chief Advisor, that is right, the Chief Advisor, Mohammed Yunus of Bangladesh, during this visit to London aimed at raising support for efforts to recover billions of dollars siphoned off by the deposed regime of Sheikh Hasina. Yunus has reportedly said that the UK should feel morally obliged to help Bangladesh's new government track down funds stolen by the previous regime, most of it allegedly now in the UK. This is huge coming in. Now, what is happening? This is Keir Starmer has turned down a request to meet Bangladesh's leader during a visit to London aimed at raising support for efforts to recover billions of dollars siphoned off by Sheikh Hasina, the regime. And interim leader Mohammed Yunus says that UK should be morally obliged to help Bangladesh's new government track down funds stolen, what he says it was stolen by the previous regime of Sheikh Hasina. And he says that a lot of those stolen funds are right now in the UK. But Starmer has not agreed to meet him. That means Starmer has refused to meet Yunus in London. These are back-to-back updates coming in here, Republic TV viewers. And Yunus says that the money was stolen, and now that money which was stolen is in the United Kingdom. So UK government officials have gone ahead. They have confirmed there was no plan for Starmer to meet Yunus at present, and declined to comment on this. And to put the story in perspective, I am getting in our senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor. Abhishek, this is huge coming in that Yunus is saying that the money is in UK. This is these are funds which were stolen. Now they are in the UK. He wants them back. But Abhishek, it looks like that Starmer does not want to give it. He says, I'm not going to meet Yunus. This is an allegation that he is not even accepting.
Well, Shivangi, you see, this should act as a reality check for Mohammed Yunus, who has started fancying himself as some kind of statesman for Bangladesh. But the fact of the matter is that everybody sees him only as a stopgap arrangement and not a true leader of the country he represents. And that is the reason why Prime Minister Keir Starmer refusing to meet Mohammed Yunus. Also, remember, Yunus has been interfering in the Labour Party politics because he was trying to go after the niece of Sheikh Hasina. And her name is Tulip Siddiq. She was a minister in the Starmer government. And the manner in which Bangladesh government conducted itself in pursuing Tulip Siddiq created some problems for the Labour Party also, and Tulip Siddiq resigned. And imagine she has sought time to meet Mohammed Yunus so that facts can be put across to him. He is refusing to meet her and wants to meet Keir Starmer. So Starmer obviously not obliging. They should act as a reality check, not just for Mohammed Yunus, because he sort of lives in some kind of make-believe world where he thinks of himself as a leader, but this should act as a reality check for the people of Bangladesh as to how Yunus is seen in the rest of the world. Remember, he's also been saying that he asked Prime Minister Modi to ask Hasina not to make statements on the Bangladesh politics. Now, this cannot be allowed. Mohammed Yunus fancies himself as a liberal and at the same time wants to, attack and throttle the freedom of speech and expression of Sheikh Hasina. And that is the reason why earlier just India, but perhaps now rest of the world also believes that Sheikh Hasina is being unfairly treated by the system in Dhaka under Mohammed Yunus. Not just that, BNP is getting restless, and that's why they asked Mohammed Yunus to put across a deadline, which now he has. But then essentially, this is a reality check for Mohammed Yunus, Prime Minister Keir Starmer refusing to meet him in London.
Yes, Abhishek Kapoor, a senior executive editor, saying it's a big reality check coming in for Bangladesh and for Mohammed Yunus. Starmer refusing to meet Mohammed Yunus over so-called stolen funds. Okay, let's move ahead right now, viewers. We're getting some updates coming in. Film actor Dino Moria has now reached ED office for questioning in the case of irregularities in Mumbai Methi River cleaning scam. Last Saturday, ED had summoned Dino Moria and called him for questioning. This will be the second time ED is questioning Dino Moria. Back-to-back is coming in right now, viewers on Republic TV. And once more, Dino Moria is at the ED office. This is the Methi River cleaning scam. And this is coming in as ED is sending multiple summons in the Methi River scam case. Okay, let's go to Satya Prakash, who's joining us right now. Satya Prakash, yes, we see raids at Dino's Mumbai residence, which had happened. We had seen there is a case which is about alleged fraud influencing contracts, causing loss of 65 crores to the BMC. What is happening right now?
देखिए शिवांगी, थोड़ी देर पहले ही डीनू मोरिया पहुंचे हुए हैं ईडी ऑफिस, और ईडी ने उनको सम्मन दिया था, पिछले वीक ही उनको सम्मन दिया था और पूछताछ के लिए हाजिर होने के लिए बुलाया था। पिछली बार जब रेड हुआ था उस समय लगभग 12 घंटे तक लगभग ईडी की टीम डीनू मोरिया घर पे मौजूद थी और उस समय कहीं न कहीं सर्च ऑपरेशन में कई ऐसी चीजें पाई गई जिसके बाद ईडी ने उनको नोटिस भेजा था, सम्मन दिया था कि पूछताछ के लिए हाजिर हो। उनको इसी वीक बुलाया था। आज डीनू मोरिया पहुंचे हुए हैं और उनसे पूछताछ शुरू हो चुकी है। जो जानकारी मिल रही है, 65 करोड़ रुपए घोटाला मामला है और 65 करोड़ घोटाले में 13 आरोपी है, जिसमें डीनू मोरिया का रोल पता कर रही है ईडी की टीम और लगातार इस मामले को लेकर जांच कर रही है। ईडी नहीं, मुंबई पुलिस के ईओडब्ल्यू भी इस मामले को लेकर जांच कर रही है। इससे पहले भी ईओडब्ल्यू ने दो बार डीनू मोरिया से पूछताछ कर चुकी है इस मामले को लेकर, और इस मामले से जुड़ी जितनी भी कड़ियां हैं लगातार ईओडब्ल्यू और ईडी इस मामले को लेकर जांच करे। फिलहाल अभिनेता डीनू मोरिया ईडी ऑफिस पहुंचे हुए हैं, उनसे पूछताछ शुरू है। शिवांगी।
Yes, and before I let you go, Satya Prakash, just take our viewers through, the kind of raids that we have seen at Dino Moria's residence. Other premises have also been raided. He had appeared at the Economic Offences Wing office along with his brother on May 26th. Yes. Satya Prakash, can you hear me?
देखिए शिवांगी, इस मामले पर जिस तरह से ईडी जांच करे, क्योंकि ईडी ने पहले मामला दर्ज किया और इसमें 13 आरोपी है। 13 आरोपियों को अलग अलग लोकेशन पे पिछली बार जब रेड किया था ईडी ने 15 लोकेशन पे रेड किया था, और जो लोग चाहे कॉन्ट्रैक्टर हो चाहे बिचौलिया हो, साथ ही बीएमसी के अधिकारी के साथ साथ जितने भी लिंक थे वहां पर ईडी ने रेड किया था। और इस छापेमारी में कई ऐसे डॉक्यूमेंट ईडी को मिले हैं, उसके आधार पर लगभग जितने इस मामले से जुड़े लोग हैं उनको नोटिस दिया था पूछताछ के लिए। इसमें बीएमसी के अधिकारी भी मौजूद हैं जो कि पूछताछ के लिए उनको बुलाया है। आज डीनू मोरिया पहुंचे हुए हैं और इस मामले के लिए पूछताछ करेगी ईडी की, क्योंकि जिस तरह से 65 करोड़ रुपए घोटाले का मामला है, मीठी नदी सफाई घोटाले मामले में 13 आरोपी है, तो कहीं न कहीं जिस तरह से लिंक मिल रहा है उसके बाद कहीं ये ईडी की कार्रवाई है, ईडी का एक्शन है और अब पूछताछ के लिए डीनू मोरिया पहुंचे हुए हैं ईडी ऑफिस। जी।
All right, thank you for getting those details coming in. Dino Moria once again at the ED office for further questioning. I'll have to move ahead and take a short break right now, viewers. We are live and breaking, much more coming up. And we are tracking this story coming in on your screen. Hours after performing his duty for Snan Yatra, a senior servitor murdered in Puri.
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है। मेरी नई हुंडई एक्स्ट्रा तुमने भी तो कल नई कार ली है ना, उसमें भी तो होगा ना ये वॉइस इनेबल सनरूफ।
है ना अंकल, सिंगर इनेबल सनरूफ।
और बेनिफिट्स ये तो मिले होंगे ना।
ये मिला।
हाँ? हुंडई कार्स पर मिल रही है अमेजिंग डील्स। वैसे लोगे तो आप हुंडई ही, चाहे दिल की सुनो या डील्स की।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
विमल में गुलिस्तां के ये कुछ लजीज फरिश्ते जब साथ घुलें तो जी ललचाए और दिल कहे कि स्वाद की जुबान में खुद को ऐसे डुबाऊं कि निकल ना पाऊं। विमल की जुबान कुछ है ही ऐसी, मानते हैं? विमल, बोलो जुबान कैसी?
Not a mad man. Why I need RCB? Even I don't drink Royal Challenge also. Not a mad man. I am just a member of the Karnataka Cricket Association from my younger days. That's all. I don't have time. Though I had offers to be a part of the management, I have not gone to any this one. I don't have time for my own education institution. I have resigned and left it to my other family members to take care of it. Why I need RCB? Even I don't drink Royal Challenge also.
The incident what has happened, because we never expected such a thing to happen, because this event was held in the cricket stadium by the IPL organizers, or rather KCA and DNA network, or whoever it is. But very unexpectedly there was a huge crowd and a huge rush is there. I don't think government is in any way responsible for the program which was held in the KC. If at all government had stopped this celebration, the same people would have blamed the government, saying that they are anti-sports and they are not understanding the sentiments of the youngsters.
Towards RCB side. Krunal Pandya के जोर वाला चप्पल बदली।
Mahi sir, how much do you love your fans?
Honestly, I love my new fans. पुराने वाले बेकार में शोर करते
Sir, fans हैं, शोर तो करेंगे ही ना?
नए वाले नहीं करते. And they listen to what I say.
The new generation Orient BLDC fans. Super silent performance with voice control.
Silly me आए तो और
Cricket fans.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Not a mad man. Why I need RCB? Even I don't drink Royal Challenge also. Not a mad man. I am just a member of the Karnataka Cricket Association from my younger days. That's all. I don't have time. Though I had offers to be a part of the management, I have not gone to any this one. I don't have time for my own education institution. I have resigned and left it to my other family members to take care of it. Why I need RCB? Even I don't drink Royal Challenge also.
The incident what has happened, because we never expected such a thing to happen, because this event was held in the cricket stadium by the IPL organizers, or rather KCA and DNA network, or whoever it is. But very unexpectedly there was a huge crowd and a huge rush is there. I don't think government is in any way responsible for the program which was held in the KCA. If at all government had stopped this celebration, the same people would have blamed the government, saying that they are anti-sports and they are not understanding the sentiments of the youngsters.
Took the match towards RCB side. Krunal Pandya के जोर और अच्छे
Summer is here. Is your home ready for the heat? Keep your roof cool and your home comfortable all summer with Roof Cool and Seal. पसीना मत बहाओ, बर्जर रूफ कूल एंड सील लगाओ.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Very good morning, hello and welcome. You're watching Republic TV with me, Akanksha Khajuria. Fire continues to burn at Singapore vessel. Indian Coast Guard is at the spot trying to douse the fire. We'll get you more on that, but first, as always, the headlines. Firefighting operations continue on the burning ship. Dry chemical powder airdropped to control the fire. Meghalaya police raids lodge in Guwahati where 3 contract killers had stayed. Hours after performing his duty for Snan Yatra, senior servitor has been murdered in Puri. BJP is all set to move Calcutta High Court over violence in South 24 Parganas. Vendu Adhikari will be raising issue in Bengal Assembly as well. Protest continues to intensify in LA in United States, with protesters taking to the streets in growing numbers. Now, amid the escalating tensions, Trump officials say they're not scared to go further. We have a breaking news coming in from Odisha's senior surveyor identified as Jagannath Dikshit was murdered during the Snan Purnima festivities in Odisha's Puri. The incident in fact occurred at Riberi Chora in Gudia Sahi, where he reportedly suffered fatal head injuries. Now, crucial CCTV footage has come to the fore from the area, which may aid the investigation in this case. Police are probing the past enmity as the possible motive for this murder. Let me go across to my colleague Riyanka, who joins us live on the broadcast with more details. Riyanka, shocking news coming in from Odisha. What we are learning is that a man named Jagannath Dikshit has been murdered during the Snan Purnima festivities in Odisha. Tell us what happened and also about the CCTV footage that we now have.
Now, as we know, Odisha at this point in time is full of festivities, given that the Jagannath Rath Yatra is going to be happening end of this month, and the Snan Purnima happened just a day before. And after performing the rituals of the Snan Purnima, the priest, the head cook of Shri Jagannath temple, he has been identified as Jagannath Dikshit. He's an 83-year-old priest. He went to one of the man's house and they had some sort of a brawl is what we understand. After that, CCTV footage revealed the entire, situation that panned out. In the particular CCTV footage, we can see how a particular man is seen dragging the body, which is completely blood-clad. The body is being dragged out of his house and put on the road. Now, this body of the priest who was allegedly murdered in broad daylight has been sent to the post-mortem as the police continue with their investigation. Essentially, immediately after the incident, the accused was on the run, but later he was detained and is currently under the police custody. And what we understand also on the other hand, that there could be a past enmity which has been the reason of this particular murder, but the police are yet to ascertain the main cause of murder at this point in time.
Absolutely. So the past enmity angle has emerged. Continue to track that story. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this. Now shifting our focus to Kerala coast. The on-board fire has been partially stabilized is what we are learning, with approximately 40% of the fire brought under control. Firefighting efforts continue in the forward cargo holds, with boundary cooling and foam-based suppression being carried out by the Indian Coast Guard vessel Samudra Pahari and Samarth, while Rajdoot, Arnvesh, Abhinav and Indian Coast Guard's 513 are engaged in search and rescue operation. So the fire in fact continues to burn. What we are learning is that this search and rescue operation in this firefighting operation is also underway. But a very important update that is coming in is that the onboard fire has been partially stabilized by the Indian Coast Guard. All right, so as you can see in the visuals, those are visuals of, the Indian Coast Guard trying to douse the fire, but fire continues to burn at this Singapore-flagged vessel. Firefighting operations are underway. Search and rescue operations are currently underway. The onboard fire has been partially stabilized, with approximately 40% of the fire brought under control. Let me put this in context for you. This fire, in fact, started day before yesterday, around in the morning. In fact, after that, the firefighting operations had started. Search and rescue operation had also started. There is also report of some vessels also falling into the sea. Let me go across to my colleague Ashwin, who joins us live on the broadcast from Trivandrum is what we are learning. Tell us about the search and rescue operation. Also, what we are learning is that 40% of the fire has been brought under control. What is the ground situation, Ashwin?
Akamsha, right now, in fact, I'm reporting from Kochi. I'm, as you can see, in front of the headquarters of the number 4 Coast Guard, the Coast Guard headquarters in Kochi. And right now, what we can say is that the Coast Guard is heading this operation in the most professional manner, something that is extraordinary, because some of the key breakthroughs have come in the last 24 hours. In fact, some of the critical assets of the Coast Guard, which includes the Samudra Prahari Samudra class PCV, which is a pollution control vehicle, as well as various other assets of the Coast Guard, have been able to wean the tragedy more further into take it away from the coastline and to further deeper into the sea, which is a very difficult task, because imagine a 12,000 metric ton ship which is burning they were able to successfully tug it using another ship after coming on board when the fire is raging inside the very ship, and then taking it out into the deep sea and then ensuring that the extinguishing process is done. Now what you can also, the latest images that we also seen is the using of the the powder chemicals. It's like a bomb which is now being thrown. These are fire extinguisher bombs that are now being thrown from Dornier helicopters, and other helicopters which are now being used to extinguish the remaining part of the fire as well. Meanwhile, the salvage operations, which are led by Smith Salvage as well as Vishwakarma, has already on board, and these men who are professionals in handling such kind of cargo based on various kind of categories. Remember, Akanksha, there are multiple varieties of category of explosives. 157 is the official confirmation. Now, in that, for instance, class 4-2 is highly inflammable. Similarly, class 3 and class 9. All these kinds of containers, which includes paint, turpentines, gunpowder, and nitrocellulose, and various other chemicals which are extremely inflammable and combustible, all have to be treated. So certainly, the Coast Guard is definitely is taking the lead, and these men are braving one of the biggest firefighter, and something that is will be recorded in the history to come.
Absolutely.
Akanksha.
So the fire started the day before yesterday. The firefighting continues. 40% of the fire has been doused by the Indian Coast Guard. Now let's take you through more details. A potentially catastrophic disaster is unfolding off the Kerala coast, where a Singaporean container vessel MV Van Hai 503 has been battling a raging fire since June 9, 2025. Now the situation is very dire, with the Indian Coast Guard and the salvage teams racing against time to salvage the stricken ship and prevent a disaster. But that's not all. An investigation has uncovered a shocking discrepancy in the ship container's manifest, raising many questions, then answers. Here's an update.
A potentially catastrophic maritime disaster is unfolding off the Kerala coast, where a Singaporean container vessel, MV Van Hai 503, has been battling a raging fire since June 9, 2025. The Indian Coast Guard has launched a massive rescue and firefighting operation to salvage the stricken ship and prevent an ecological disaster. The Indian Coast Guard has successfully winched 5 salvage team members and an aircrew diver onto the burning vessel to facilitate towing operations. 5 ICG ships, 2 Dornier aircrafts and a helicopter are engaged in the ongoing mission, supported by 2 vessels from the Directorate General of Shipping.
They were admitted 2 days back after the ship injury, and 2 are in ICU. Mr. Luyan Lee is a Chinese national, 40% burns. Although he's stable, we are intensely monitoring. Mr. Sonitor is Indonesian national. He is also in the ICU, being monitored, but they are hemodynamically stable. Their vitals are normal. But anyway, they require some more time in the ICU because of the wounds and other things. Out of other 4, all other 4 are stable, and 1 is getting discharged. From the China is Mr. Liping, and other 3 will be staying in the hospital for some more time because they have some impact injury on the ear and facial burns and other things.
Meanwhile, an investigation by Republic has uncovered a startling discrepancy in the ship's container manifest. While the ship declared 157 containers, 14 containers are now missing with no explanation or documentation. As the fire rages on, the Indian Coast Guard and salvage teams work tirelessly to establish a tow line and pull the vessel away from the coast, preventing a potential ecological disaster. The situation remains critical, and the investigation into the missing containers and the cause of the fire continues.
Now shifting our focus, the Indian Air Force and US Air Force held exercise Tiger Claw 2025, the first ever independent special force drill between the 2 countries and their air forces. Watch this report for more.
The Indian Air Force and US Air Force held exercise Tiger Claw 2025. First ever independent special forces exercise between both the air forces concluded at the Grand Regimental Training Center. The drills were conducted at various locations in North India from 26th of May to June 10th. The objectives of the drills included expanding partnership, mutual exchange of best practices in special operations, and joint training between the 2 air forces to develop interoperability. As far as the 2 air forces are concerned, They also conducted several air exercises including the bilateral Cope India and participated in other multinational drills such as Tarang Shakti and Red Flag. This exercise includes wargaming of specialized scenarios to develop drills and operating procedures, enabling the special forces of each service to operate jointly.
We have a big breaking news, in fact, coming in from the capital of Bihar, Patna, where a horrific incident took place on Atal Path late on Wednesday night. A four-wheeler going at high speed has crushed 3 policemen. The injured policemen include a sub-inspector, an ASI, a woman constable as well. And this incident took place in Puri police station area when Patna police was engaged in vehicle checking campaign. And the video of that you can see on the screen. Let me go across to my colleague Prakash, who joins us from Patna. Prakash, very shocking incident has come to the fore from Patna. We are learning that when Patna police was engaged in vehicle checking campaign, a four-wheeler ran 3 police officers over. Tell us about this incident.
Well, this is a case of road rage, hit and run. When the police was checking on the Atal Path, there was a police post where the checking was being done in the midnight, and checking and frisking of one vehicle was being done. And one car came from behind and hit into another car. And in the process, there were 3 policemen who were doing the inspection of that particular vehicle, because remember, there is alcohol ban in Bihar, and because of the deteriorating law and order, security check has been more tightened. So in due course, the other vehicle came from behind and hit into another vehicle, and in the process 3 policemen were standing there near the
Absolutely.
post, got hit, police person was severely injured in the process, and one woman constable has died on the spot.
Absolutely. So this hit and run case have come to the fore from Bihar's capital Patna. You can see on the screen car running over police officer while they were checking vehicles at night. In fact, you can see that black car, and it remains to be seen when that person will be taken into custody.
लाइव एक गाड़ी स्कॉर्पियो गाड़ी अभी आप देख सकते हैं लाइव एक गाड़ी स्कॉर्पियो अभी यहाँ पे हुआ। भैया 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 उठाइए इनको उठाइए। अरे भैया इधर इधर अरे गाड़ी ला भैया कपड़ा कहाँ आप देख सकते हैं ये लाइव शॉट है, खबरें बनाई जा रही। एक गाड़ी स्कॉर्पियो गाड़ी अभी आप देख सकते हैं लाइव एक गाड़ी स्कॉर्पियो अभी तस्वीर आपको गाड़ी के दिखा दे रहा है। इस गाड़ी से एक्सीडेंट हुआ है।
So a very shocking case has come to the fore from Bihar's capital Patna. You can see on the screen, this is the black car that is in question. This is a clear hit and run case. Car running over police officer as they were checking vehicles at night, and in fact this has happened in the capital city of Bihar. This is Patna, and there you can see on the screen this person was in this black car. When the car owner was asked to stop the car, it did not stop. It tried to run over the police officers.
आप देख सकते हैं लाइव एक गाड़ी स्कॉर्पियो गाड़ी अभी आप देख सकते हैं लाइव एक गाड़ी स्कॉर्पियो अभी यहाँ पे हुआ। भैया 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 उठाइए इनको उठाइए। अरे भैया इधर इधर अरे गाड़ी ला भैया कपड़ा कहाँ आप देख सकते हैं ये लाइव शॉट है, खबरें बनाई जा रही थी। इस दरमियान एक भयानक एक्सीडेंट हुआ है।
Let me again bring in my colleague Prakash, who continues to track this story. Prakash, tell me two things. Firstly, has this person been arrested? And secondly, what is the update on the health of these three police officers?
Well, one police person, woman constable who has been severely injured, is in the hospital, is being treated. And one, where we are told that she has died after receiving severe injuries. Now, as far as the arrests are concerned, two people who were sitting in the Scorpio vehicle have been arrested. Meanwhile, the driver who was driving the car is on the run. Police has formed a team to nab the culprit. Now, remember, this is Atal Path, the 4-lane expressway which connects different.
All right, we'll try and reconnect that line with my colleague Prakash, who continues to track that story. But a very shocking case that has come to the fore. You can see in the visuals, this happened last night. In fact, a car ran over 3 police officers. They are undergoing treatment in the hospital. The accused has been nabbed in this case. We're taking a very short break. Coming up on the other side, Congress's Nana Patole made a controversial remark which has stoked a major controversy, saying Operation Sindhu was like kids playing video games. We'll also tell you about how UK Prime Minister has snubbed Mohammad Yunus during London visit. He has refused to meet the Bangladesh chief advisor. We'll continue to track these two stories for you. Keep watching Republic TV.
I don't just report from courtrooms on verdicts, I decode them. From breaking news to complex legal verdicts, every word is backed by law. At the Republic School of Journalism, you will learn how to report on legal issues with accuracy and speed. The RSJ Diploma, starting on the 30th of June. Apply now.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
विमल में गुलिस्तान की ये कुछ लजीज फरिश्ते जब साथ घुले तो जी ललचाए और दिल कहे कि स्वाद की इस जुबान में खुद को ऐसा डुबाऊं कि निकल ना पाऊं। विमल की जुबान कुछ है ही ऐसी, मानते हैं ना? विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
क्या सोनम का पहले से कोई अफेयर था, आपको मालूम था? ऐसा
नहीं, कोई अफेयर नहीं था। इन दोनों की, राज कुशवाहा और सोनम रघुवंशी दोनों राखी एक दूसरे को बांधते थे और राज कुशवाहा मेरे यहाँ पे एम्प्लॉय था, काम करता था पिछले 2-3 साल से। बस इतना ही पता है।
लेकिन पुलिस ने जो बोला है, गोविंद जी, पुलिस ने तो स्पष्ट कहा है कि सोनम बहुत ज्यादा संपर्क में थी राज के।
वो संपर्क में होगी क्योंकि एजा एम्प्लॉई भी संपर्क में थी और बाद में मुझे इसका आइडिया नहीं है। उसका मुझे कोई आइडिया नहीं है क्योंकि मैं खुद 22 दिनों से मेघालय में बिना खाना खाए, बिना कुछ करे मैं खुद ढूंढ रहा था और अभी भी मैं 96 घंटे से सफर कर रहा हूँ और डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे आया हूँ।
ये बड़ी बात है कि आप खुद यहाँ पर आए।
सोनम से मिल लूं,
मेरे को यूपी पुलिस ने मिलने नहीं दिया सोनम से। रात को 10:30 बजे मेरी मुलाकात उनसे हुई है, वो भी 2 मिनट के लिए मुलाकात करी, उसमें भी 25 पुलिस वाले थे। मैं उनसे कोई आंसर क्वेश्चन नहीं कर पाया। इसका भैया अगर मुझे अनुभव होता तो मैं वहाँ तक पहुँचने ही नहीं देता चीजों को। मुझे अनुभव नहीं है हत्या का।
भाई ने बोला है कि उसने शादी से पहले ये कहा था कि अगर मेरी शादी हुई तो इसका अंजाम बुरा होगा। ये आप
ये
सोनम की मां से
नहीं, ये चीजें गलत है। सोनम की माँ को अगर धमकी देते, सोनम की माँ को अगर बताते तो कोई भी माँ अपनी बेटी के लिए ये नहीं सोचती कि घर बर्बाद होता। शादी के लिए जो जल्दी करी गई है, वो जो भी पंडितों ने मुहूर्त निकलाया था, वो मुहूर्त सिर्फ उस दिन का लास्ट था 11 मई का। हमने 4 मुहूर्त निकलाए थे, 11 मई लास्ट था। और उसके बाद में भैया एक कुछ अरे यार भैया आप समझिए, मैं आपको प्रॉपर आंसर देने आया हूँ और आप मेरे को प्रॉपर आंसर नहीं देने दे रहे हो। आप और आगे एक्स्ट्रा चल रहे हो। तो अगर आपको जवाब चाहिए तो मेरे से व्यवस्थित जवाब पूछ लो, पूरा जवाब आप आपकी मनमानी कर लो। 3 साल हो गए उसको काम करते करते।
एक चीज और बताइए, राज के अलावा जो लोग और नाम आए हैं
Welcome back. Now, in a major diplomatic outreach, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has wrapped up a high-level visit to Brussels, engaging with top leadership with both Belgium and the European Union. From strategic dialogues to trade talks and defense cooperation, the visit marks a decisive push to elevate India's tie with Europe to the next level. Here's a quick report.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar concluded a significant 3-day visit to Brussels from June 9th to 11th, reinforcing India's growing engagement with both Belgium and European Union. During the visit, he called on King Philip of Belgium and Prime Minister Bart de Wever. He also held delegation-level talks with Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Maxime, reaffirming India's commitment to expanding bilateral ties across key sectors. On the EU front, Dr. S. Jaishankar met President of the European Commission and the President of European Parliament, Roberta Metsola. He also chaired the first ever India-EU strategic dialogue with EU representative Kaja Kallas. The strategic dialogue marked a milestone in bilateral ties, replacing the earlier annual ministerial meetings with a broader agenda, focusing on defense, maritime security, cyber cooperation and counter-terrorism. The European Union strongly condemned the recent terrorist attack in Pahalgam and affirmed India's right to defend its citizens. Cooperation in information security and the launch of a comprehensive space dialogue were also on the table. Dr. Jaishankar also held detailed talks with European commissioners handling defense, trade and development partnerships, discussing FTA negotiations, connectivity initiatives and trilateral cooperations in third countries. In his talks with Foreign Minister, the focus was on deepening collaboration in semiconductors, renewable energy, pharmaceuticals, defense and investment. Coming close on the heels of the College of Commissioners' visit to India, this visit underscores the momentum in India-EU ties and signals a strong push towards a future-oriented strategic partnership.
We're taking a very short break. Coming up on the other side, hours after performing his duty for Snan Yatra, senior servitor has been murdered in Puri. BJP is all set to move Calcutta High Court over violence in 24 South Parganas. Suvendu Adhikari will be raising this issue in the assembly. We'll tell you about these two stories right after this very short break. Stay with us.
Mahi sir, how much do you love your fans?
Honestly, I love my new fans. पुराने वाले बेकार में शोर करते
सर फैंस हैं शोर तो करेंगे ही ना
नए वाले नहीं करते and they listen to what I say.
The new generation Orient BLDC fans. Super silent performance with voice control.
Silly me, I thought
Cricket fans.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
विमल में गुलिस्तां के ये कुछ लजीज फरिश्ते जब साथ घुले तो जी ललचाए और दिल कहे कि स्वाद की जुबान में खुद को ऐसे डुबाऊं कि निकल ना पाऊं। विमल की जुबान कुछ है ही ऐसी, मानते हैं? विमल, बोलो जुबान कैसी?
क्या सोनम का पहले से कोई अफेयर था, आपको मालूम था? ऐसा
नहीं, कोई अफेयर नहीं था। इन दोनों की, राज कुशवाहा और सोनम रघुवंशी दोनों राखी एक दूसरे को बांधते थे और राज कुशवाहा मेरे यहाँ पे एम्प्लॉय था, काम करता था पिछले 2-3 साल से, बस इतना ही पता है।
लेकिन पुलिस ने जो बोला है, गोविंद जी, पुलिस ने तो स्पष्ट कहा है कि सोनम बहुत ज्यादा संपर्क में थी राज के।
वो संपर्क में होगी क्योंकि एजा एम्प्लॉई भी संपर्क में थी और बाद में मुझे इसका आइडिया नहीं है, उसका मुझे कोई आइडिया नहीं है क्योंकि मैं खुद 22 दिनों से मेघालय में बिना खाना खाए बिना कुछ करे मैं खुद ढूंढ रहा था और अभी भी मैं 96 घंटे से सफर कर रहा हूँ और डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे आया हूँ।
ये बड़ी बात है कि आप खुद यहाँ पर आए हैं।
सोनम से मिल लूं, उसके बाद मैं तय कर पाऊंगा।
मेरे को यूपी पुलिस ने मिलने नहीं दिया सोनम से। रात को 10:30 बजे मेरी मुलाकात उनसे हुई है, वो भी 2 मिनट के लिए मुलाकात करी, उसमें भी 25 पुलिस वाले थे। मैं उनसे कोई आंसर क्वेश्चन नहीं कर पाया। इसका भैया अगर मुझे अनुभव होता तो मैं वहाँ तक पहुँचने ही नहीं देता चीजों को, मुझे अनुभव नहीं है हत्या का।
भाई ने बोला है कि उसने शादी से पहले ये कहा था कि अगर मेरी शादी हुई तो
में जो छोटे बच्चे गेम खेलते हैं वो गेम खेला गया और जो आतंकवादियों ने हमारी बहनों का सिंदूर छीना था उनके बारे में देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने क्यों नहीं बात रखी, ये भी सवाल देश की जनता के सामने है।
Congress's Nana Patole's controversial remarks stoke major row, says Operation Sindoor was like kids playing video games. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer snubs Mohammed Yunus during London visit, refuses to meet Bangladesh Chief Advisor. Dino Moria to appear before ED in meaty river cleaning scam case after his questioning by the Economic Offences Wing. Firefighting operations continue on the burning ship. Dry chemical powder airdropped to control the fire. Hours after performing his duty for Snan Yatra, senior servitor murdered in Puri. All right, viewers, thank you for staying with Republic TV. You're watching Live and Breaking with me, Arnab Mitra, and starting this edition with some breaking news coming in. The Delhi High Court has rejected the bail plea of separatist leader Shabbir Ahmed Shah in the terror funding case. He was arrested by the NIA in 2019 and Shah is accused of promoting separatism in Jammu and Kashmir and funding terrorism through Hawala links And we're also learning that he has links with Pakistani terrorists. That is the big breaking news that we are getting in at the moment. In fact, we're also learning that the High Court in August of 2023 had sought a response from the National Investigation Agency on Shah's appeal. And the petitioner had sought bail on behalf of the appellant on the grounds that it was no material case. And now a bench of the Delhi High Court has dismissed this plea by the Kashmiri separatist leader. All right, viewers, more breaking news coming in, this time in relation to the tragic Bengaluru stampede, which claimed the lives of 11 innocent RCB fans. The National Human Rights Commission now is set to intervene in the matter regarding the case. And opposition leader R. Ashoka has in fact written a letter to the NHRC, which urges the NHRC to take immediate action and intervene in the matter. This is the latest development in the case where opposition leader of the state, R. Ashoka, BJP leader R. Ashoka has in fact written a letter to the National Human Rights Commission urging them to intervene in the matter. And this development comes a day after a heated hearing in the Karnataka High Court in which the state government completely washed its hands of taking any accountability or responsibility in the case and blamed the RCB and the BCCI for what unfolded during the stampede. All right, Abhishek, my colleague, joins me live from Bengaluru for more on the matter. Abhishek, what can we expect next, given that a hearing is also expected in the Karnataka High Court later this afternoon?
Ayana, there are various other investigations which are going on as per the data. What we have, the State Human Rights Commission has already started its part of investigation. As the leader of opposition of the Karnataka Legislative Assembly, R. Ashoka, has also written a letter to the National Human Rights Commission seeking their interference in the matter of the stampede that happened on the 4th, very clearly mentioning that various agencies along with the Karnataka state government is to be held responsible for the incident that happened on June 4th. And also he mentions that the National Human Rights Commission also suggests and also name some of the officials and the people who are the reasons as to why this stampede occurred. And the LOP leader of opposition, R. Ashoka, also demands that the National Human Rights Commission take a suo motu cognizance of this report or the incident. And also he requests the NHRC to make sure that all the people who are the actual culprits behind this stampede should probably face the legal actions based on NHRC's recommendations. So we are about to see the NHRC intervene in the topic in a couple of days. This is the point number one. And the next point is the Karnataka State High Court will have already taken the cognizance of this stampede event that happened on June 4th. And they are they are intervening and they are interrogating various other applications which are related to the stampede. One from the Karnataka State Cricket Association, one from the RCB and one from the Karnataka State government as well. As of now, the Advocate General who is representing the Karnataka State government has clearly mentioned that it was due to the mismanagement and the miscommunication from the RCB and KSA that the stampede had occurred, and the Karnataka government is not to be held responsible because of the mismanagement or the miscommunication from the RCB. And we are awaiting the reports and the orders of today's with respect to the High Court, and we will have to see in the afternoon what the High Court will have to say about the stampede event with respect to Karnataka State government. Ayona.
Yes. All right, Abhishek, many thanks for those details. Of course, all eyes do remain on that big High Court hearing that is slated for 2:30 p.m. this afternoon. Viewers, now shifting focus to more breaking news. More Indie leaders are now coming out and showing their true colors. And this time it is Congress leader Nana Patole who has ignited a fresh controversy with his remarks, shameful remarks on Operation Sindoor, which was India's recent very successful military action against terror bases in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. In fact, Nana Patole has now termed the operation as a children's video game, and this comment has sparked major backlash. Now, remember, viewers, there has been a slew of Indie leaders who have come and consistently downplayed the success of this operation and undermined the valor of our forces. In fact, they have continuously questioned and even gone on to question India and the center, alleging that Pakistan was forewarned about Operation Sindoor. Now, coming back to Nana Patole, let's listen in to that remark which has stoked a major row.
व्यापार के लिए ऑपरेशन सिंदूर रोका गया। अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति ट्रम्प ने और एक बार नहीं, एक डजन बार कहा है कि हमने दोनों देशों को धमकाया है कि हम तुम्हारा व्यापार बंद कर देंगे और इसलिए आप युद्ध विराम करना चाहिए। और उन्हीं के इशारे पे ये ऑपरेशन सिंदूर रोका गया। विदेश मंत्री ने जो वक्तव्य किया उसमें भी एक बात स्पष्ट हुई कि पहले ही पाकिस्तान को बताया गया कि हम कौन से जगह में टारगेट कर रहे हैं, वहाँ से आपके लोगों को हटा दो। तो इसका मतलब है कि कंप्यूटर में जो छोटे बच्चे गेम खेलते हैं वो गेम खेला गया और जो आतंकवादियों ने हमारी बहनों का सिंदूर छीना था उनके बारे में देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने क्यों नहीं बात रखी, ये भी सवाल देश की जनता के सामने है।
All right, viewers, we heard the Congress leader over there, that is Nana Patole, who's now yet again making a rather shameful remark on Operation Sindoor. And in fact, he's also gone on to question the centre. He has said that the Sindoor of 26 of our sisters was wiped off in Pahalgam, but to this day, the terrorists have not been caught. And he's also, in fact, made an allegation saying that the Prime Minister has not taken a strong stand as far as this operation is concerned. And Nana Patole just happens to be the latest in a series of leaders who have come out and consistently downplayed the success of Operation Sindoor, despite the entire country and the world looking upon India as a rising force in military prowess. All right, viewers, now shifting focus to what's been happening in the United States. Viewers, Los Angeles is burning. There's complete anarchy and chaos on the streets, and the anti-immigration protests that have rocked Los Angeles has now entered its 7th evening as an uneasy calm was reported across the city. We are getting in the latest visuals from Washington, D.C. Those are the visuals on your screen where violence in Los Angeles has entered day 7. Yesterday, in fact, we were reporting continuously, viewers, that there were mass arrests and detentions across the city of Los Angeles. There was violence, vandalism, complete chaos. And this even after Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, in fact, announced a partial curfew in the city, but that did not essentially stop the anarchy that we saw on the streets of LA. Akansha, my colleague, joins me for more on this from the newsroom. Akansha, these are the latest visuals from Washington, D.C. There are reports coming in that there is some sense of calm that is prevailing, but can you really take us through the details of what is happening? Because what we saw yesterday was complete anarchy on the streets of Los Angeles.
You see, LA is on the edge, and the protest today has entered the 7th day. Emergency curfew remains to be imposed. Thousands of Marines have been deployed there. There's been mass arrest that has been made. In fact, yesterday, as many as 200 people were arrested in LA. In fact, there are visuals of the agents running after these people in the strawberry fields as well, and that is the magnitude of the crackdown as far as the on immigrants is concerned. But definitely the situation remains to be tense there. There have been protests. Today is day 7, and in the last 7 days, in 1 week, we have witnessed chaos and protests in LA, not just in LA, Iona. We have witnessed chaos in other states as well, in New York as well. There have been a lot of protests, but definitely the focus is on LA. There have been mass arrests, there's been a curfew, and also, in fact, the chaos and protests on the streets. But definitely there's a war of word also going on between the California governor and Donald Trump. They have been sparring over the immigration crackdown. In fact, Donald Trump recently said that he wants to liberate the city of, that is LA. In fact, recently he said that, in fact, those who are protesting, they are probably paid. He said, and I quote, "I'm very proud to have helped LA survive. We didn't do what we did. LA would be burning to the ground, and that's not over yet. These are radical left lunatics that you're dealing with. They are tough, they are smart, they're probably paid many of them. So this is a statement that has come from Donald Trump. The governor of California and Donald Trump have been sparring ever since the crackdown on immigrants have started. But definitely LA is on the edge currently as well. There have been mass arrests. The emergency the curfew has been put in place to control the law and order situation, Iona.
Yeah. Absolutely, Akansha. In fact, Donald Trump had even gone on to say that this is an assault on democracy, and he's been at complete loggerheads with Los Angeles Governor Gavin Newsom as well. But I do want to thank you for the moment for giving us those latest details as we track that story very, very closely. Viewers, now moving on, in a dramatic escalation of the conflict, Russia has launched one of its largest drone attacks on Ukraine to date, targeting multiple cities and critical infrastructure overnight. The massive strike is being seen as many as a potential retaliation, a revenge attack by President Vladimir Putin in response to Ukraine's covert counterintelligence campaign known as Operation Spider's Web. Now, as air raid sirens blare and tensions surge across the region, we break down what this strike means for the war's trajectory, its geopolitical implications, and whether this signals a dangerous new phase in Russia's military strategy.
Проверка. Ладно, локативно на берегу чисто. За вилами. За вилами лежат. А за вот видно.
Под ноги аккуратно.
Назад вот видно.
Под ноги аккуратно.
Відносин усієї Європи та глобальної демократії. Це показник, наскільки Україна стійка і наскільки Україна важлива для світу. 9-та річниця
Alright viewers, now the 8th edition of the exercise Shakti, which is a joint military exercise between India and France, will take place from July 18th to 1st of, I beg your pardon, from June 18th to the 1st of July at La Cavalerie in France. Now in a post on social media platform X, the Additional Directorate General of Public Information stated that the joint military exercise aims to improve coordination and teamwork between the two armies and prepare for missions in challenging situations. Watch this video to know more. All right, slipping into a very short break, but on the other side, we'll get you more reactions on Congress's Nana Patole's controversial remarks on Operation Sindoor. And UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer has snubbed Yunus during his London visit and refused to meet the Bangladesh chief advisor. Tracking that story very closely and a lot for you after this quick break.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल्दी और जीरा सिप MDH का जल्दी और जीरा सिप।
विमल में गुलिस्तां के ये कुछ लजीज फरिश्ते जब साथ गुलें तो जी ललचाए और दिल कहे कि स्वाद की जुबान में खुद को ऐसे डुबाऊं कि निकल ना पाऊं। विमल की जुबान कुछ है ही ऐसी, मानते हैं? विमल बोलो जुबान कैसी?
क्या सोनम का पहले से कोई अफेयर था? आपको मालूम था ऐसा?
नहीं, कोई अफेयर नहीं था। इन दोनों की राज कुशवाहा और सोनम रघुवंशी दोनों राखी एक दूसरे को बांधते थे और राज कुशवाहा मेरे यहाँ पे एम्प्लॉय था, काम करता था पिछले 2-3 साल से, बस इतना ही पता है।
लेकिन पुलिस ने जो बोला है, गोविंद जी, पुलिस ने तो स्पष्ट कहा है कि सोनम बहुत ज्यादा संपर्क में थी राज के।
वो संपर्क में होगी क्योंकि एजा एम्प्लॉई भी संपर्क में थी और बाद में मुझे इसका आइडिया नहीं है, उसका मुझे कोई आइडिया नहीं है क्योंकि मैं खुद 22 दिनों से मेघालय में बिना खाना खाए बिना कुछ करे मैं खुद ढूंढ रहा था और अभी भी मैं 96 घंटे से सफर कर रहा हूँ और डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे आया हूँ।
ये बड़ी बात है कि आप खुद यहाँ पर आए हैं। सोनम से मिल लूं, उसके बाद मैं तय कर पाऊंगा।
मेरे को यूपी पुलिस ने मिलने नहीं दिया सोनम से। रात को 10:30 बजे मेरी मुलाकात उनसे हुई है, वो भी 2 मिनट के लिए मुलाकात करी, उसमें भी 25 पुलिस वाले थे। मैं उनसे कोई आंसर क्वेश्चन नहीं कर पाया। इसका भैया अगर मुझे अनुभव होता तो मैं वहाँ तक पहुँचने ही नहीं देता चीजों को, मुझे अनुभव नहीं है हत्या का।
भाई ने बोला है कि उसने शादी से पहले ये कहा था कि अगर मेरी शादी हुई तो इसका अंजाम बुरा होगा। ये आप
ये
सोनम की माँ से
नहीं, ये चीजें गलत है। सोनम की माँ को अगर धमकी देते, सोनम की माँ को अगर बताते तो कोई भी माँ अपनी बेटी के लिए ये नहीं सोचती कि घर बर्बाद होता। शादी के लिए जो जल्दी करी गई है, वो जो भी पंडितों ने मुहूर्त निकलाया था वो मुहूर्त सिर्फ उस दिन का लास्ट था 11 मई का। हमने 4 मुहूर्त निकलाए थे, 11 मई लास्ट था और उसके बाद में भैया एक कुछ अरे यार भैया आप समझिए, मैं आपको प्रॉपर आंसर देने आया हूँ और आप मेरे को प्रॉपर आंसर नहीं देने दे रहे हो। आप और आगे एक्स्ट्रा चल रहे हो। तो अगर आपको जवाब चाहिए तो मेरे से व्यवस्थित जवाब पूछ लो, पूरा जवाब।
All right, welcome back. Now, the Solar Defence and Aerospace Limited has successfully completed the trial of its hybrid virtual takeoff and landing Rudrastra UAV at the Pokhran firing range. Now, this trial was conducted in line with performance parameters laid out by the Indian Army. Here's a very quick report. Take a look.
India's homegrown hybrid UAV, Rudrastra, takes flight over Pokhran. Showcasing vertical takeoff, stable cruising, and precise targeting. The drone covered over 170 kilometers, relaying real-time visuals and loiters before striking with an air-burst munition. The anti-personnel warhead was also drop-tested, achieving wide area of lethality. Rudrastra marks a giant leap in indigenous defense capability.
Deep in the dense forest of Gadchiroli, a silent force moves with the precision and purpose. These are the C-60 Commandos, elite anti-Naxal unit trained to fight to end the Naxal terrorism.
MDH की देगी मीरज,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मीरज.
Not a madman. Why I need RCB? Even I don't drink Royal Challenge also. Not a madman. I am just a member of the Karnataka Cricket Association from my younger days. That's all. I don't have time. Though I had offers to be a part of the management, I have not gone to any this one. I don't have time for my own education institution. I have resigned and left it to my other family members to take care of it. Why I need RCB? Even I don't drink Royal Challenge also.
The incident what has happened, because we never expected such a thing to happen, because this event was held in the cricket stadium by the IPL organizers, or rather KCA and DNA network, or whoever it is. But very unexpectedly there was a huge crowd and a huge rush is there. I don't think government is in any way responsible for the program which was held in the KCA. If at all government had stopped this celebration, the same people would have blamed the government, saying that they are anti-sports and they are not understanding the sentiments of the youngsters.
Towards RCB side. Krunal Pandya ke जोर और चप्पल बदली.
have seen what it takes to report from the front lines. Accuracy, courage, urgency and responsibility. At Republic School of Journalism, you will be trained for that reality. It is not theory. It is live learning from inside a working newsroom from day one. If you want to report the truth when it matters the most, Republic School of Journalism is where you begin. Course begins on the 30th of June. Apply now.
Is here. Is your home ready for the heat? Keep your roof cool and your home comfortable all summer with Roof Cool and Seal. पसीना मत बहाओ, बर्जर रूफ कूल एंड सील लगाओ.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
We are live and breaking. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest coming in. Lot lined up for you in this bulletin. We'll talk about all the breaking news updates and the latest in the Meghalaya murder case. But as usual, the headlines first. Let's get started.
जो छोटे बच्चे गेम खेलते हैं वो गेम खेला गया और जो आतंकवादियों ने हमारी बहनों का सिंदूर छीना था उनके बारे में देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने क्यों नहीं बात रखी, ये भी सवाल देश की जनता के सामने है.
Congress's Nana Patole controversial remark stokes major row, says Operation Sindoor was like kids playing video games. UK PM Starmer snubs Yunus during in London visit, refuses to meet Bangladesh chief advisor. Dino Moria to appear before ED in Methi River cleaning scam after his questioning by the economic offences wing. Firefighting operation continues on the burning ship. Dry chemical powder airdrop to control the fire. Hours after performing his duty, first Nana Yatra senior servitor murdered in Puri. Alright viewers, getting you some updates coming in. Film actor Dino Moria has reached ED office for questioning in the case of irregularities in the Mumbai Methi River cleaning scam, and last Saturday ED had summoned Dino Moria and called him for questioning. So we start off with these pictures coming in. Once again we see Dino Moria, who has been summoned. He has arrived at the ED office for questioning over the Methi River case. This is happening as remember that the actor was initially summoned to appear before the ED. This was on Wednesday, yesterday, but then he failed to do so. So again he was summoned. Now he has arrived at the the ED office. Dino Moria has arrived there. These are back-to-back updates coming in right now on Republic TV. And remember, a few days ago, the ED has conducted raids at Dino Moria's house in Maharashtra as part of its investigation into the 65 crore Methi River cleaning scam case. In fact, more than 13 individuals have been named as accused in the case. The Mumbai police had earlier registered a case in connection with the scam, following which the ED had started its investigation. Let's go straight across to my colleague Satya Prakash. Dino Moria once again arrives at the ED office. He was supposed to appear yesterday, but he did not do so. Now again he has arrived today. If you could take our viewers through what the line of questioning would be this time around.
देखिए शिवांगी, 1 घंटे ज़्यादा हो चुके हैं। अब नेता डीनू मोरिया का पूछताछ शुरू है। मैं ईडी ऑफिस तस्वीरें दिखा रहा हूं कि इसी ईडी ऑफिस के अंदर डीनू मोरिया मौजूद है और पूछताछ किया जा रहा है। मीठी रिवर जो सफाई घोटाले में कहीं न कहीं इस मामले को लेकर ईओडब्ल्यू भी जांच कर रही है, लेकिन अब ईडी भी इसमें एक्शन में है। और जिस तरह से पिछले वीक में जिस तरह से लगभग 12 घंटे तक डीनू मोरिया घर पर सर्च ऑपरेशन किया था और उसके बाद कहीं कहीं उनको सम्मन दिया था। आज डीनू मोरिया तकरीबन 11 बजे पहुंचे और इसके बाद अंदर मौजूद है। ईडी की टीम ऑफिसर मौजूद है, लगातार पूछताछ किया जा रहा है। डीनू मोरिया के साथ साथ बीएमसी के अधिकारी के साथ साथ जो कंट्रैक्टर हैं उनसे भी पूछताछ करने वाली ईडी की टीम। और इस मामले को लेकर कहीं कहीं ईओडब्ल्यू भी इस मामले को लेकर जांच कर रही है। इसके पहले भी 2 बार ईओडब्ल्यू डीनू मोरिया से पूछताछ कर चुकी है और लगातार इस मामले से जुड़े जो भी लोग हैं उनसे पूछताछ ईओडब्ल्यू भी कर रही है। तो कहीं इस मामले को लेकर जहां ईओडब्ल्यू जांच कर रही है वहीं ईडी भी एक्शन में है और लगातार इस मामले को लेकर जहां लिंक मिल रहा वहां पर रेड कर रही। पिछली बार जब देखा गया था कि लगभग 15 लोकेशन पर ईडी ने रेड किया था और कई ऐसे डॉक्यूमेंट मिले जिसके आधार पर फिर से डीनू मोरिया को पूछताछ के लिए बुलाया है। अंदर जो है डीनू मोरिया अंदर मौजूद है और उनसे पूछताछ किया जा रहा है। जी
Satyaprakash, yeah, just take our viewers through the Meaty River scam, which is linked to the sale and purchase of sludge pushers and dredging machines that were used by the BMC to clean the river Meaty in Maharashtra. There's so many allegations here which have come in, Satyaprakash. When we talk about money laundering, we are talking about a lot of allegations. Many people have been caught in the web. There are 13 people under the scanner right now. What is the Meaty River scam all about?
देखिए शिवांगी, जिस तरह से इस मामला आया 65 करोड़ का घोटाले का मामला आया इसके बाद कहीं मुंबई पुलिस के ईओडब्ल्यू ने पहले मामला दर्ज किया और इसके बाद इस मामले की जांच की कड़ियां बढ़ती गई। इस मामले में गिरफ्तारियां किया ईओडब्ल्यू ने। इसके बाद 13 आरोपी हैं जो कि इस मामले में आरोपी बनाया गया है। उनसे लगातार ईओडब्ल्यू ने पूछताछ किया था। जब मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का मामला आया तो ईडी ने भी मामला दर्ज किया और ईडी ने मामला दर्ज करने के बाद इस मामले की जाँच शुरू किया है। इस मामले को लेकर पिछले वीक ईडी ने 15 लोकेशन पर रेड किया था जिसमें कॉन्ट्रैक्टर थे, बिचौलिया जो होते हैं उनके यहाँ बीएमसी अधिकारी हैं उनके यहाँ रेड किया था। और इस रेड में कई ऐसे चीजें डॉक्यूमेंट मिले थे जिसके आधार पर ईडी ने जांच को आगे बढ़ाया था और अब फिलहाल डीनू मोरिया अंदर मौजूद है। इस मामले को लेकर पूछताछ शुरू है। लगातार ईडी के ऑफिसर डीनू मोरिया से पूछताछ कर रहे हैं और जिस तरह से इसमें बीएमसी अधिकारी भी शामिल है उसके बाद कहीं अगला नंबर जो है ईडी का है कि बीएमसी अधिकारी को भी बुलाकर पूछताछ किया जाए। तो फिलहाल जो ट्रांजेक्शन का मामला है कि ट्रांजेक्शन कैसे हुआ इसके आधार पर कहीं डीनू मोरिया से लगातार पूछताछ किया जा रहा है क्योंकि 65 करोड़ रुपए घोटाले का मामला है और इस मामले को लेकर कई लोग से पूछताछ ईडी कर चुकी है और कई जगहों पर रेड कर चुकी है। जी,
all right, thank you for joining us there, Satyaprakash, with all those details. I will be coming back to you as the questioning is continuing at the ED office of Dino Moria. But some big news from the capital, Patna, where a horrific accident took place on Atal Path late on Wednesday night. Ford-wheeler going at high speed has attempted to run over 3 policemen. The injured policemen include a sub-inspector, an ASI and a woman constable. The incident took place in Puri police station area when Patna police was engaged in vehicle checking campaign. One woman constable has succumbed to injuries. Unfortunate news coming in where we see a car has run over police officers in Patna. A lady constable has succumbed to injuries. 2 police officers injured after a car has run over police officers.
लाइव एक गाड़ी स्कॉर्पियो गाड़ी अभी आप देख सकते हैं लाइव एक गाड़ी स्कॉर्पियो अभी यहाँ पे हुआ। भैया उठाइए इनको उठाइए। भैया इधर अरे गाड़ी ला भैया को कपड़ा कहाँ तस्वीर आपको गाड़ी के दिखा दे रहा है। इस गाड़ी से एक्सीडेंट हुआ है। उस तरफ स्कॉर्पियो एक गाड़ी।
Getting some of it's coming in, viewers. In the next segment, Bharat, 2 minutes. Let's get started. 2 people have died near Siddharth Garden in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar after a structure at the entry gate collapsed in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. Fell on them due to strong winds. In a separate incident, 1 woman was injured in the Bhagat Singh Nagar area after a tree uprooted and fell on her. Security has been tightened in Rabindranagar and South 24 Parganas after a clash broke out between the police and miscreants. state LOP and other BJP leaders in the state alleged that a Shiva temple was vandalized in Ward number 7, Mahesh Tola. This is close to the Rabindra Nagar police station. Visuals from outside Shillong's Sadar police station have been released, where Meghalaya police have kept Sunam Raghuvanshi and 4 other accused in the Raja Raghuvanshi murder case. Yesterday, the district court in Shillong sent all the accused to 8 days of police custody. The accused have been identified as Sunam Raghuvanshi, Vishal Singh Chauhan, Akash Rajput, Raj Singh Kushwaha and others. And viewers, let's move here right now. A complaint was filed against former Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, following which the President of India has ordered an official inquiry into the allegations. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, who retired as the 50th Chief Justice of India, is being accused of showing overactivity in a case during his time as a CJI, which has been called a possible misuse of power. This complaint was filed on November 8th, 2023, just 2 days before his retirement. A serious charge came from retired Justice Rakesh Kumar of the Patna High Court, who wrote a letter to the President of India. He demanded that the matter be investigated by the CBI. Take a look.
Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, who retired as the 50th Chief Justice of India, is now being accused of showing overactivity in a case during his time as the Chief Justice of India, which has been called a possible misuse of power. This complaint was filed on 8th of November 2023, 2 days before his retirement. The serious charge came from retired Justice Rakesh Kumar of the Patna High Court, who wrote a letter to the President of India. In his letter, he stated, Chief Justice of India at that time, Chandrachud, had shown hyperactivity. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, who retired as the 50th Chief Justice of India, is now being accused of showing overactivity in a case during his time as the Chief Justice of India, which has been called a possible misuse of power. This complaint was filed on 8th of November 2023, 2 days before his retirement. The serious charge came from retired Justice Rakesh Kumar of the Patna High Court, who wrote a letter to the President of India. In his letter, he stated, Chief Justice